So the first question says a number is selected at random from the set 305 root 4 root 5 2/9. What is the probability that the number is rational? So what's a rational number? This is just a number that can be expressed in form of a ratio or in form of a fraction. So 3, for example, can be expressed as 3/1. This 0, for example, can be expressed as 0/2. 0/2 will give you 0. Okay, the same thing with square root of 4. Square root of 4 can be expressed as 2/1. But square root of 5 cannot be expressed as a ratio. This 2/9 is already in rational form. So let's leave it like that. So let's count how many things we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 options. So our answer should be something over 6. Then count the rational ones. The rational ones there are 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't count this one. Okay, so 4, 5. So that's 5/6. That's the probability of picking the rational numbers there. So that's option B. Evaluate 22 base 3 times 102 base 3. So this is number base. So write 102 at the top, write 22 at the bottom. So you start multiplying it, but you have to be very careful. When you say 2 times 2 is 4, but you cannot write 4 here because this is base 3 multiplication. You are multiplying in base 3, so you cannot write 4 there. So what you're going to do is very simple. Let me teach you. You do 2 times 2, that will give you 4, but you cannot write 4. So you ask yourself, when 3 divides 4, what's the remainder? So I'm using 3 because the base that I'm giving is 3. So when 3 divides 4, the remainder is what? The remainder is 1. Then how many times with 3 go inside that 4? That will be 1. Carry the 1 up. 2 times 0, that will give us 0. 0 plus that 1, that will give us 1. 2 times 1 here, that will give us 2. So this 2 here, 2 times 1 here, that is giving us 2. We can write it like that because it is less than the base. It is less than base 3. So you can write it like that. Okay. So do it. You continue again. 2 times 2, that will give us 4. But you cannot write 4 here because this 4 is bigger than base 3. So you cannot write 4. So when 3 divides 4, what's the remainder? You also get 1. In short, you will just get the same thing here because I'm timesing by 2 from this first part. I got 211. So I'm timesing by 2 again. I'm also going to get 211. But I'm going to step it to the side. So I'm going to step it like this, 211. So the next thing is just to add. So 1 plus 1 will give you 2. You can write it like that because it is less than the base. But 2 plus 1 will give us 3. You cannot write 3 here because you are in base 3. You understand? So when 3 divides 3, what will be the remainder? The remainder will be 0. So how many times with 3 go inside 3? You carry 1. Then 1 plus 2, that will also give you 3. But you cannot write 3 here. Okay, so when 3 divides 3, what's the remainder? That will give you 0. How many times will it go? 1. Bring that one here. The answer will be 10021. So you can see it from here. Okay. So the next one is if 4 to the power x plus 1 times 8 to the power 2x minus 1 is equals to 16, you have to find x. So from this question here, you have to express this 4 as power of 2, this 8 as power of 2, this 16 as power of 2. So if you do that, you will get 2 to the power 2, that is 4. Open your brackets here because there's x plus 1 there. So put that x plus 1 in brackets. Then times this 8 here, that will give you 2 to the power 3. Because 8 is 2 times 2 times 2. So 2 to the power 3. Open a small bracket, 2x minus 1. Then your 16, this your 16 that is here, is 2 to the power 4. Okay, then from here, you can expand the powers. This is 2x plus 2. 2x plus 2 times, this will be 6x minus 3. When you expand the bracket, 2 to the power 6x minus 3. So everything should be equal to 2 to the power 4. Then from here, use the law of indices. So the next thing is to add the powers. So we're adding the powers. We're going to do 2x plus 6x. So write your 2 first, which is the common base. Okay, so 2x plus 6x, that will give you 8x. Then 2 minus 3, that will give you minus 1. It's equals to, then here will be 2 to the power 4. Then the bases are the same. You can cancel the bases because they are the same. Then you have 8x minus 1 is equals to 4. You have to equate the powers. So 8x minus 1 is equals to 4. Then from there, 8x is equals to 5 when you collect like terms. Then x is equals to 5 over 8. So that's option C. A flagpole of height 2.5 meter casts a shadow of length 4 meter. And to calculate the angle of elevation of the sun. This stuff here means sun. Okay, correct to the nearest degree. So to solve this, a flagpole, a pole always stands vertical. So this is a flagpole here. So the shadow of this flagpole will be in front of it. So this is the shadow here. You understand? So the sun is around here. So the sun is at the back of the flagpole. So you are told to find the angle of elevation. That means this angle that is here. This angle theta. So the height of the flagpole is 2.5. That means this space is 2.5. From here to here is 2.5. The length of the shadow is this distance here. That one is 4. So if you use your secateurs, that will be tan theta. This angle that is here will be equals to the vertical one, that's opposite. This is the opposite here. That will be 2.5. So you're going to divide this by 4, which is the adjacent. So 2.5 divided by 4 will give you 0.625. Then theta will now be tan inverse of 0.625. So if you press this out, tan inverse of 0.625, you're going to get theta equals to 32 degrees. You're going to get 32 degrees. So check the answer there. So you can see that is option A. Okay, I hope you understand. Let's move on. Next one, a shopkeeper sold an item for 3,600 naira, making a profit of 20%. You have to find the original cost. So this is under cost price and selling price. So there's a formula that you can always use that always works anytime you're dealing with something like this. So the formula is your selling price always equals to the increase over 100. Then you times this by CP. So this selling price, this SP is selling price, CP is cost price. Okay. Now this formula only works when there is profits, but if there is a loss, these parts will change to decrease. So how will you find the increase? That means you need to add 100 to the profit. So if they give a profit of 20%, that means the increase will be 120. That is 100 plus 20. Okay, I hope you understand. So in this question, and if it's decrease, for example, if it's decrease, that will be 100 minus 20. But you always use that formula for decrease when it is about loss. So this question is about profit. So we're using this formula here. So we go to SP. He sold the item for 36. So that's SP. So 36 is equals to increase now will be 100 plus 20. That will be 120. You're going to divide this by 100, then times CP. They say find the original cost. So that means you're looking for CP. You're looking for the cost price. So just solve this. Cross multiply like this. So if you cross multiply, 3006 times 100. So that will give you 3600. Put 20 at the back. Then everything goes to 120 CP. Then your CP will be 360,000 divided by 120. Then you just cut this out. So this will give you 12 here 1, 12 in 36. That will give you 3. So you have 3 zeros left here. So that's 3,000. Okay, so check it out in the option. That was option B. In the figure below, O is the center of the circle. So this is O here, center of the circle. Then AC is 6 and BC is 8. So this place is 6 and this place is 8. You should find the circumference of the circle. So if you bring this shape out, it will look something like, let me zoom it very well so you can see it. This is the diameter here because it's passing through the center of a circle. And anytime you have a circle like this, you now join the diameters to meet at a point. This is a diameter. You now join the two diameters, the ends. The angle that will be there will be 90. So it's one of the circle geometry theorem. Like the angle in a semicircle is 90 degrees. So if you pick these two guys here, you're going to get 90 there. And that's what happened here in this question. The two ends of the diameter has been joined at this point. That means the angle that is here is 90. So that means you have a right angle triangle. So before we can find the circumference of this circle, we need to find the radius first. So if you bring that part out, it will be like this. This is 6 and this is 8. So use your Pythagoras theorem. We're looking for this distance here. So that's the same thing as this distance. So Pythagoras theorem will give you 6 squared. So you're doing 6 squared plus 8 squared. So that is 6 times 6 is 36. 8 times 8 is 64. We're going to add these two together. That will give you 100. Then square root of 100, that will give us 10. So that means from this place to this place is 10. the diameter is 10. If the diameter is 10, that means the radius is 5. Okay, and we have to find what? The circumference of the circle. So just use the formula for circumference, 2 pi r. Okay, c is equals to 2 pi r. Then that will be 2 times pi times 5. That will give you 10 pi. So that is the circumference of the circle. So 10 pi cm. You can see it from here. 10 pi cm. Alright, so I hope you get. Let's move on. Next one, you have to evaluate this, giving your answer in standard form. So the first thing to do is let's 4 times these two numbers. That will give you 24. 4 times 6 24. Then use your number base. 10 to the power 3 times 10 to the power 2. 3 plus 2 will give you 5. That's 10 to the power 5. So this is the answer, but it is not in the option, as you can see. So you need to break this one down to standard form again. It's on the standard form. So that will give you 2.4 times 10 to the power 1. That's the meaning of this one. Then times 10 to the power 5. Then use indices here again. So this one will give you 10 to the power 6 because 5 plus 1 is 6. In this place will be 2.4 as usual. So I hope you are following. So the answer is 2.4 times 10 to the power 6. So that will give us option C as the answer. For what value of x is the function y equals to x over x plus 3 not defined? So when they say not defined, that means it is undefined. So for this thing to be undefined, that means you want this bottom part, the denominator, you want it to be 0. Okay, that means you want this bottom part to be 0. That means you have to equate x plus 3 to 0. So x plus 3 equals to 0. Solve this, you get x equals to minus 3. So when the value of x is minus 3, this expression or this function is going to be undefined. Okay, so x equals minus 3. The next one, for this next one, rather, 279. What value of k makes the expression p squared minus 18p plus k a perfect square? Now when you are doing perfect squares, all you have to do is divide, look for the square of half the middle term. Okay, the square of half the middle term. So we divide this middle term by 2 first. That will give you 9 minus 9. 18 divided by 2 is 9. Then you now square it. So that will give you 81 as the answer. So positive 81, not minus 81. No, be careful. So this is the answer here. Next one. In the figure below, find the value of x. And to find this value of x here. So let me zoom it very well. So the first thing to do, these are parallel lines. These two lines are parallel. So if they are parallel lines, you're going to have what is called corresponding angles and alternate angles. So the first thing to do is to find what is called the angles that are here first. Okay, and to do that easily, you have to understand corresponding angles first. Corresponding angles are like this. When you have one angle that will be outside of the parallel, these are the parallel lines here. This one is the transversal. So in corresponding angles, one of the angles will be outside this line here. Then the other one is going to be inside. But two of them will be on the same side. As you can see, they're on the same side. But if it's alternate angles will be like this. One will be here, the other one will be here. But two of them will be within the parallel lines. So I'm going to employ one of the two here. So let me use corresponding. So these are the parallel lines here. So this place here, this one is inside here. It's inside the parallel line. You can see it's inside. It's within it. This place is 1, 1, 2. Then if that place is 1, 1, 2, then that means I'll come up here. I'll come up here like this. On this same side, but outside here. Not under here. Outside here, it will be 1, 1, 2 degrees. Then I can get the one that is inside here easily because some of angles on a straight line is 180. So to get the one that is here now, I'll just do 180 minus 112. So that will give me 68. So this angle here is 68. So the whole thing will now look like this. So you're looking for x, which is outside here. This space is 29, and here is 68. To find the angle that is here, you have to use the exterior angle theorem, which states that the exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the two opposite interior angles. So this x here is outside this triangle. It is not inside like this. So it is outside it. So it will be equal to the sum of these two guys. 29 plus 68 will give us the value of x. So what is 29 plus 68? If you add it, you're going to get 7, then 9, 97 degrees. That will be the value of x. So check it out. You can see that's the answer there, 97 degrees. The next one, OAB is a sector of a circle of radius 8 and the center O in the figure below. The length of the arc AB is 8 cm. Find the area of the sector. So from here to here, this is the length of the arc. This is the radius here, 8. So the length of the arc L is 8 cm. Radius is also 8 cm. What are we looking for? To find the area of this sector, like area of this place, like this. You have to find the area here. Length of arc is equals to theta over 360 times 2 pi r. Okay, so, and formula for the area of a sector is theta over 360 times pi r squared. If you look at these two formulas, they are kind of similar. The only difference there is just this r squared and this 2 that is here. Now, there's a long way to solve this thing. You have to go and find the angle first, but I don't want to waste too much time. I will try to make this one here, this thing here, try to make it to look like this one. Okay, so that means I need to remove 2 from here. For this one to look like this one, I need to remove 2 from here first. And how will I remove 2 from here? I will divide this thing by 2 to remove the 2. Then this one has r squared. Okay, it has r squared. That means I need to multiply this one. I need to multiply this one by r. You understand? That means I have to multiply this whole thing by r over 2. Then that means I'll just come to this place and do the same thing. I'll have my L. I'll multiply my L by r over 2. Then it will convert this side and convert this side too to look like this one. So this is one we're actually looking for. So that means L times r over 2 will be equals to the area of the sector. And we already have L as 8. Radius 2 is also 8. Then you're dividing by 2. So 8 times 8 is 64. 64 divided by 2 will give you 32. That means the area is 32. The bearing of A from B is 280. Find the bearing of B from A. So this is under bearing. When you're doing bearing, when they say from, that's the part you're going to draw first. So the bearing of A from B. So this, the from is from here. So you're going to draw B first. So the angle is 280. So that means this is the north of B. This is B. So I'm going to move like this. Because the angle here is less than 90, greater than 90, greater than 180, greater than 270. So I'm going to move like this. Like this. 280 will be around this place. 280 will be around here. So I need to move to that part in a clockwise direction like this. So this is my hand here. So you stop there. Then you now move like this. Then this place will now be A. So A is now here. So don't forget that from here like this, from this place like this to this place is 280 from the question. So now, what will now be this remaining small place? And if you move around like this completely, it will be 360 degrees. So that means out of 360, 280 has gone. So it remains a small angle here. So to find that angle, all you have to do is just do 360 minus 280. So that will give you 80. So this place is 80 here. So if this place is 80, use your tangent angle theorem. If this place is 80, come under here and put 82. And if this place is 80, this angle here, the angle that is here like this, is everything is 90. So out of 90, you have already moved 80. That means this place is 10. You understand? So the question now says, find the bearing of B from A. Now the from has moved to A. So I'm going to count in a clockwise direction like this to get the angle, to get the bearing. So that means I'll move like this until my hand touches this line. Okay, so I'm moving like this now to get the bearing. So that will be moving from this place to this place is already 90. So 90 plus 10. Okay, 90 then plus 10. That will give me the answer. So 90 plus 10 is 100. So that means the answer is C. Okay. Then the next one, which of the expression is not quadratic? Which of the following is not a quadratic expression? For an expression to be quadratic, it has to have x squared in it. Because the general form is ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0. Okay, ax squared plus bx plus c is equals to 0. So it needs to have x squared. So check this one, it has x squared. This one has x squared. If you expand it, this one will be x times 2x. That will be 2x squared. So it will have x squared. This one too, we have x here, but x times x to the power 2 will give you x to the power 3. So this one does not have x squared. This one already has x squared. So that means the answer is option C. Okay, this one has x to the power 3, which is not required for a quadratic equation. So this is the answer. So if 2x squared minus px plus 6 is equals to this, then what is the value of p? So they want you to compare. So you're going to expand this thing. Then you now compare it with this one. So let's expand it. 2x times x, that'll give you 2x squared. 2x times this, that'll give you minus 2x. Then this one will give you minus 6x. 1 times 6, that'll give you plus 6. Then you add these two, that'll give you 2x squared minus 8x plus 6. So if you compare these two, they already look alike. You can see they look alike somehow. So that means this minus p that is here is standing as minus 8. Okay, minus p is standing as minus 8. This one is already 6. See this is here. This 2x squared is here. See it here. So that means this minus p is standing as minus 8. So that means minus p is equals to minus 8. Then from there, p will be equals to 8 when you solve it. So be careful of this option. This is not the answer. Don't make that mistake. The answer is p equals to 8. If 2m plus 3n over 4m minus 5n is equals to 2, you have to find 5m plus n over 2m plus n. Like, what would this one be equal to? So there are two ways of solving this. The first way is the simultaneous equation method, but that one might be longer. In that method, you have to do, this one is over 1 here. This thing means over 1. So you're going to equate this whole thing here, equate it to 2. Okay, you will do 2m plus 3n is equals to 2. Then you now do 4m minus 5n. You're going to equate it to 1. Okay, then you now do 4m minus 5n is equals to 1. Then you solve this simultaneously, but this method is kind of long, so it's going to make the thing complex. So what we're going to do is, first of all, let's employ a technique. Let's divide everything by m, divide each of them by m. So 2m divided by m will give me 2. Okay, plus 3n over m, then divided by 4m divided by m will give me 4 minus 5n over m. Then everything here will now be equals to 2. Okay, but this same 2 can be written as 2 over 1. So all I have to do now is, instead of writing this n over m, I'm just going to replace it with something else. I'll just say x. So this x now is equals to n over m. So that means I'm going to write 2 plus 3x. This is 3x. Everything here is x. Divided by 4 minus 5x is equals to 2. So I'll just quickly solve this equation. So if I solve this, I'll cross multiply. So this will give me 2 plus 3x is equals to 8 minus 10x. When you expand it, 8 minus 10x. Then correct like terms. So correct like terms, 2 minus 8, that will give you minus 6. 10 minus 10x minus 3x, that will give you minus 13x. Then 6 is equals to 13x. When you divide both sides by minus 1, then x is equals to 6 over 13. Okay, don't forget that this x means n over m. So our x now is 6 over 13. So you just come back here. This one that is given to you now, this one here, this 5m plus n. Then you try to make it to look like this one. So you're going to divide everything too by what? You're going to divide by m. So 5m plus n over 2m plus n. So divide everything by m first. So 5m divided by m, that's 5. N divided by m, n over m, divided by 2m divided by m, n over m. So we're looking for this value, but you know that n over m has a value already. You've already done it here. N over m is 6 over 13. So just bring it back here. So this will be 5 plus 6 over 13 divided by 2 plus 6 over 13. So just quickly simplify this fast. If you add this one, you have 5 plus 6 over 13. That will give you 5 whole number 6 over 13 divided by 2 plus 6 over 13. That will give us 2 whole number 6 over 13. So let's break this one down. We convert it to improper fraction. 13 times 5 is 65. 65 plus 6 So that will give us 71 over 13. That's for the up one. Then 2 times 13, that will give us 26. 26 plus 6, that will give us 32. So let's finish this up. This will be 71 over 13 times 13 over 32. So these two will cancel out. So you have your answer as 71 over 32. Okay, so I think it should be there. Okay, yes, it's there. So that's the method. That simultaneous method will be longer if you try it. You get the same answer, but you have to go and find n, you have to go and find m, then come back and substitute it inside here. So it might waste time. Okay, so I hope you understand. So the next one is evaluate x cubed plus 1 divided by 2x cubed minus x minus 1. We are told that when x is equals to minus 1, that means you come here, anywhere you see x, put minus 1 there. So the top here will give us, at the top we have x cubed plus 1. So if you put minus 1 there, that will be minus 1 cubed plus 1, which will give you minus 1 plus 1, which will be 0. So at the top here, this numerator, we're going to get 0 over. In short, after getting 0 like this, don't solve it again, because the answer will be 0. 0 over any other number that is not 0 will give you 0 as the answer. So don't bother yourself, just look for the option if there is 0 there. So yes, there is 0 there. So this is the answer. Don't waste too much time. So the next one, the sum of an infinite geometric progression is 2 whole number 2 over 7. Now I tell you the first time is 4. What's the common ratio? The sum to infinity of a GP is given by a over 1 minus r. This is sum to infinity here. So the value is given as this one, 2 number 2 over 7. So write 2 number 2 over 7 here. Then a is 4. 4 over 1 minus r. It's r we are looking for. As you can see, what is the common ratio? So let's just break this down. Let's break this one to improper fraction. So 7 times 2, 14. 14 plus 2, 16. So this one is 16 over 7. So 16 over 7 is equals to 4 over 1 minus r. So let's multiply 16 into 1 minus r is equals to 4 times 7 give us 28. 16 minus, so collect the like terms from here, minus 16r is equals to 28. I'm bringing this one here, 28 minus 16. So what's 28 minus 16? So that will give you 12 minus 16r is equals to 12. Divide both sides by 16, by minus 16 rather. So all these ones will cut. So you're going to have r here. 12 divided by 16, what will you get? So 4 here, 3, 4 here, 4. So there's minus here, don't forget. So that will be minus 3 over 4. So that's option B.